Could you please tell me if the country or land where a person lives has an influence on their relationship with certain gods? Or does everything ultimately depend on the person's consciousness? Oh, it does. You see, it truly does. Our ancestors had a rule, a saying, a proverb, which stated that a traveler should pray to and honor the gods who reside in the land they are visiting, not the ones they left behind at home. And this is true, because many gods from various pantheons have earthly origins. These are the so-called gods of nature, or gods, spirits, and guardians of the land. They are always present, existing in every land. And the connection with them, establishing a bond with them, is the key to your success and survival in the land where you have moved or where you are temporarily present. This is discussed in great detail in my book, The Master of the Place. It is also extensively discussed on our forum in the corresponding section of the same name. Many of these questions have been covered in our meetings in the course Magic in Questions and Answers. However, there are also celestial gods. There are earthly gods and celestial gods. These are the so-called informational gods, gods of light, who originate from beyond the earthly realm. These deities, often considered of non-earthly or alien nature, operate under a specific agreement and conditions. They govern a designated space-time continuum, overseeing a particular realm within a set period. And right now, at this very moment, this is what the Abrahamic religions are doing, as it were, according to a project, by agreement. And your survival and well-being depend on the earthly gods. Social success and the ability to tap into the higher currents of social structure often depend on establishing a connection with the higher gods, the celestial deities. However, this is not always the case. There are times when success may be influenced by other factors. Therefore, a Christian person who travels to a Christian land, regularly attends services, and participates in religious rituals associated with the gods and spiritual rulers of that land, can still experience a life marked by deep unhappiness, severely compromised health, and a continuous sense of lacking even the most basic necessities. This occurs quite frequently because our health, well-being, and the deep sense of being in the right place on our own land, which essentially translates into feeling secure, are not determined by the celestial gods, but by the earthly ones. These are the beings who are referred to as spirits, the guardians of the land, and the masters of the place. And the uncompromising Abrahamic channels call them demons, or use some other unflattering term. That is, with all the deeply negative connotations, with all the proletarian Abrahamic hatred. So, if your primary aim or intention is to build a harmonious relationship with the land and find a comfortable and welcoming place to live, rather than just do some work and leave, then, of course, you should turn to the earth gods. If, like an Opus Dei novice, you find yourself arriving in a new or unfamiliar place on a papal mission, then you certainly shouldn't ever do this. That is, everything depends on the task that is needed, the one that stands before you. I sincerely hope that I have provided a clear answer to your question.